Hello everybody, my name is Ryan, and E3 is just under a month away, and what will come with that is Sony's E3 conference, and while I will do a video talking about all the E3 conferences this year, we're doing them individually, so for now I'm just going to talk about Sony and PlayStation side of things, which is actually looking to be fairly interesting this year, and like always, one of the ones I'm most anticipating. We already have some cool games in the pipeline, and some cool franchises that we could see return. I already did a video for Nintendo, and after this I'm either doing a video for Microsoft or EA next, so you can subscribe for those. But for now, here are my 7 predictions for Sony at E3. Let me just start off by saying, I really want Crash Bandicoot. I don't think it's going to happen, so I'm just going to say it now. It's not going to be one of the 7. Okay, number 1. A full reveal of the PS4.5 or the PS4K or whatever it's going to be called when they officially reveal the PlayStation 4 Neo at E3. I think at this point it's basically confirmed that this PS4 but the stepping stone for the PS4 will happen, whether we're calling it the 4K, the 4.5, or the Neo. I think it's basically confirmed that it's happening, and I don't have a problem with that because it's more time than we have to between now and when we have to refresh everything and all get PlayStation 5s. It's a way for Sony to come out with a new shiny box that earns them more cash, but we don't have to get it, and it's not required to get new games, so there's already a lot of games you can play on it. And I think we're going to get a full reveal of that at E3, and then probably a release date for a holiday this year, maybe launching sometime alongside the PSVR. Number 2, a release date for one of the coolest games we saw last year, which was Horizon Zero Dawn. Guerrilla Games has not put out a game since Killzone Shadowfall, which launched with the PS4 in November of 2013. While this is a brand new IP and something different from what they've done before, I imagine that's still a 3-year development cycle, plus or minus how long it took them to transition between Killzone and this game, or if they started doing it while they're still working on Killzone. Either way, I think that roughly a 3-year development cycle is enough to have this game out by fall, but I would predict that we'll see, I'll predict that at least we're going to see like a fall 2016 release date, if not like a solid like October 20, whatever, we'll get a full release date. Number 3, because it's been, kind of rumored for a while, and it's actually been a while since the last game in this franchise, and because it's one of Sony's biggest franchises, we will see God of War 4 announced at E3 this year. It's been a while since the God of War game came out, and it's one of Sony's banner franchises, so I don't think they're giving up on it quite yet. Would it come out this year? I think that's possible, but I think the bigger, better bet is that Sony wouldn't give up one of their characters, at the very least, who's basically a mascot to him as Kratos. So maybe it would come out this year. I'm just saying that Kratos is basically one of Sony's biggest mascots, so I don't think they're going to give him up. There's a lot of rumors about the new game coming out soon, so I think that we'll get the announcement at E3 with no firm release date. Number 4, because we are still all waiting for PlayStation VR to come out, I'm assuming we're going to see some big new VR games. There have been some really cool games that we've seen for the VR, like the one where you get to play as an eagle, or the one where you're playing golf as 30,000 feet robots. But so far we haven't gotten any big titles. The way I see it is that for sure I'm going to get PlayStation VR, but there haven't been that many titles for it that really look like system sellers. It's going to be another $400, so I'm guessing that we'll see some bigger titles this year. However, there's been no really huge release titles. Whereas like Call of Duty in VR, that's what I'm waiting to see this year. Maybe Battlefield 1, you get to play it in VR, some Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. That could be a big push for COD Infinite Warfare, because Sony does now have this deal with Activision that maybe we'll end up getting to see Call of Duty Infinite Warfare playable with VR. Maybe that'll be what sells it. Number 5, coming off that VR train, I think we're going to get a full frontal release date for PlayStation VR, and that will hit this fall. If I had to bet October, the current release date we have is for October, so that's why I'm betting. But I don't know if we'll keep that release date for, reasons mentioned earlier. We haven't seen a lot of huge games for it yet that look like system sellers, so I think it's going to depend on the development cycle of those. We also haven't seen many VR ports. Like I said, though, we could bring Call of Duty Infinite Warfare into that, and that could be a huge push for both VR, having a Call of Duty title, and both Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which looks to be probably the worst selling game in the games franchise since, like, for the past while, because it hasn't dropped below 20 million sales since, like, probably World at War, maybe, or like Modern Warfare 2, or yeah. So I'm guessing that this could be the first Call of Duty that drops below 20 million. But what would make me probably want to really get this is if they announced you could port it to VR on that you could play this game in virtual reality. That'd be something that makes me want to get it. Either way, I'm expecting a release date ranging from anywhere between late September to mid-November. The release date will probably depend on the development stages of its launch titles and how they want to launch this game around other games. Maybe they want to launch it with another big AAA release, like I said, Battlefield or Call of Duty. Those would be both good options for first-person games that are coming this year. Maybe Titanfall 2, that could be a huge thing. That would definitely be a seller for Titanfall 2. Getting to play that shit in VR, being in it, that would be awesome. Didn't just think about it right now. Okay. Number 6, I think that we're going to get both a release date and new gameplay for the long anticipated lost game that is The Last Guardian. See, this is what I'm hoping for, but I don't know exactly how realistic it will be, so I do think it will happen. There's been no real news for this game since they basically said it's still happening last year. They did say it was coming out this year, and while it could come out this year, I think that there's a better chance it could come out in spring 2017. Whatever the release date or release window is, I think we're going to see some new gameplay, because we haven't really seen new gameplay in a while. Plus, look at Uncharted 4, which is probably opening to huge sales right now. I haven't checked numbers, but you have to look at Sony's thinking, oh, we can release a game in the spring that's still going to sell a shit ton? Yeah, so that's why Last Guardian might come out in April or somewhere around there. That seems likely to me. And finally, number 7, my last prediction is going based off patterns of the past. And if it doesn't happen here soon, if it doesn't happen here, it'll happen soon. We will get a teaser trailer. Not a whole lot, but we will get a teaser trailer for The Last of Us 2. So, I say this based upon how Naughty Dog has announced their last waves of games. Shortly after Uncharted 3 came out, we got this announcement for Last of Us. And then a few months after Last of Us came out, we got the announcement for Uncharted 4. So I'm guessing that we'll get the Last of Us 2 announcement at E3. If not then, we'll get it at Gamescom, which honestly seems a bit more likely to me because Uncharted 4 just came out. However, yes, it did take probably 5 months for the time between Last of Us coming out and Uncharted 4 being announced. However, you also have to think that they announced Uncharted 4 alongside the release of the PS4. So they could have delayed it to that key release stage, where it's like right before we get this thing out, this box out, we're going to tell you that you can't play Uncharted on this. Also, they had to work on other things like the Nathan Drake remastered stuff and also porting Last of Us PS4. So there were things stalling the development of Uncharted 4, causing it to get delayed like 6-7 months. So that could be a huge reason why that announcement was delayed so much. Or maybe not even delayed, but didn't come out for a while. So that could be reason why Last of Us 2 could get a teaser trailer now, like at E3 next month. Because they're having a lot of rumors on that game, so I'm imagining they're kind of already developing it. What do you think? What are you expecting to see at Sony's E3 conference this year? A new God of War? Last of Us? PlayStation 5? Who knows? I'm also kind of expecting a new Infamous game, but I didn't really have room on this list to put that. But if I did, I would say that I want a new Infamous game. I don't know if it's going to happen. It has been a while since the last one. I so fucking desperately want a new Infamous game. That's like one of the things I will always buy for Sony. They're always great. What do you think? What do you want? What do you think is going to happen? Comment your thoughts down below. Subscribe for more E3 productions, and I'll see you all next time.